What's up, dudes? I'm the Dominicator. Then in this video, I'm gonna hypnotize you to become a Himbo. As in all of my videos, you'll be commanded to leave a comment at the end while hypnotized. So go ahead and log to an account that you can use for that. Mute any distractions, and continue when you're ready to get hypnotized. Alright, dudes, so to begin, look at the pocket watch in front of you. Then as you look at the pocket watch, with each and every single swing of it, it just feels as if it's sweeping away your thoughts. There's such a wonderful, mind-melting feeling about the sound of my voice that just begins to trickle and then drip and drop down onto your mind and just melt away your thoughts. It just feels so good. A wonderful, mind-melting feeling that just washes over you. You can feel, as it's already happening, a change, a transformation in you, in your body, and then in your mind. That is slowly morphing, twisting, turning, and shifting and shaping you into a perfect Himbo for your master. Well, that just sounds so good. That just gives you such a nice and wonderful, tickly and tingly feeling. That just courses and that just surges all through you. It would just feel so good to just continue to be hypnotized into becoming a Himbo for your master. So good that you can feel even more of the wonderful, sweeping feeling as your gazes, your attention focuses and fixates even more on the pocket watch in front of you as it swings back and forth. And you can feel a wonderful, warm, and masculine, dominant tone and texture from the sound of my voice that just settles down on top of you and that trickles and drips down into you. That becomes a part of you as you turn into even more of a Himbo, of a dumb jock for your master. That'll just feel so good, so wonderfully relaxing, so wonderfully pleasant. And it would just feel even better just to go down even further, even more, into an even deeper, even more relaxed and more passive, more obedient state for your master. That would just feel so good. That would just feel so good whenever I snap my fingers and I say the word sleep. Then you will go down into an even more dreamlike, even more sleep-like state. You'll feel a crash on top of you from that snap, a crash on top of your mind. It just makes all of your thoughts so heavy that you can't even hold them inside of your mind at all. It just makes all of your thoughts so heavy that you can't even think at all. You don't even want to think about anything at all. You don't need to think about anything at all. All that you have to do is just to take in, just to soak in each and every single suggestion, each and every single command that I give you, and just to follow those suggestions and just to obey those commands. All that just feels so good, and so much better than the alternative that you can already feel that wonderful pleasantness, and that just continues to build up inside of you. That just continues to build up inside of you even more. A wonderfully relaxing, pleasant, dreamlike and sleep-like feeling that just begins to wash over you even more. It will just feel so good when you do snap down into that wonderfully relaxed and passive, obedient, mind-melted state of sleep. As you just feel your mind continue to melt down, drip down, drop down, even more under the control of your master. That will just feel so good. Just to feel the wonderful feeling of relaxation, the wonderful alleviating feeling of not having to think about anything at all. You won't think about anything at all as you just fall down into a wonderful sleep. And now sleep. As you fall down, as you drop down, as you sink down, as you settle down into that wonderfully relaxed, passive and obedient state for your master. And that just feels so good. It just feels so good as you already feel your mind just changing and turning and twisting. As you feel your thoughts just melting even more, as you become even more a good and obedient dumb jock and a Himbo for your master. Well, that just feels so good, and it will feel even better when you strip whatever shirt that you're wearing off of your back. Soon I'm gonna snap my fingers and say the words, take your shirt off. And when I do, then you'll feel an irresistible compulsion and urge, a drive, a desire just to do exactly that. There'll be a strange compulsion and itch that that you have to scratch, a feeling of that shirt just rubbing against you the wrong way, and you just have to take it off. You just have to take your shirt off now. Take your shirt off, and as you do, it just feels so good, so wonderful, so wonderfully mind-melting as you feel the wonderful, nice sensation of the air around you, as you're already turning into even more of a good and obedient dumb jock and a himbo for your master. Now it'll feel even better, whenever you take off any footwear that you're wearing, any socks that you're wearing, as you go completely barefoot. And now, take those shoes off, take those socks off, and as you do, you feel such a wonderful feeling, a relieving feeling, as they just come off, as it all just comes off. And now you're dressed exactly like a himbo would be. And it just feels so good, so nice, so wonderful, so mind-melting, so pleasant, so natural, so comfortable. It just feels so good, just being and existing as a himbo for your master. Well, you can already feel the remaining bits, pieces, parts of your mind just melting even further down, just melting away, completely and totally, and just melting away. You don't have to, and you don't want to. You don't need to think about anything at all. All that you have to do is just be a nice and stupid dumb jock, a himbo for your master. You don't have to, you don't want to, you don't need to think about anything at all. You have a master to think for you. You have a master with such a superior and dominant intellect. So much better and so much stronger than yours. A master is so much smarter than you that you don't have to think about anything at all. All the thinking is done by your master, and all that you have to do is just follow, to obey, to serve, and to worship your master. That just feels so much better. That just makes you so much happier. That while in the presence of your master, you can feel a wonderful, a goofy, wide smile that just comes over you. A wonderful, goofy, wide smile that just comes over you, and then you just begin to grin from ear to ear. It just feels so good, so wonderful being in the presence of your master, and you just love to smile for your master. That just feels so good, just making your master happy. And it just feels so good, bowing down to the superior intellect, the will, the mind of your master. Well, there is nothing better that you can do as a good and obedient himbo for your master than to compliment, to praise your master's superior intellect and mind. Any and all times and opportunities that you have to do that, then you will do that. Because it just feels so good, having such a wonderful, a smart and dominant master to follow and to obey. That just makes you feel so good. That just makes you smile. That just makes you feel so happy. That it just makes you want to praise and to worship your master even more. And so you'll feel, along with that wonderfully happy and pleasant feeling, that drive, that urge, that desire, that compulsion, just to bow before the superior intellect of your master. And there's no use at all in hiding what you don't know. Anytime that you don't know anything at all about what your master is talking about, it just makes you feel so wonderful, so good, bowing to the superior intellect, the knowledge of your master, to ask your master any and all the questions that might be on your mind. To ask your master questions instead of perhaps asking Google. To ask your master, as your master is just so much smarter and more knowledgeable than you are. It just feels so good and so wonderful that becomes exactly what you do instead. That becomes exactly what you do. It just feels so good. So good to bow before the superior and dominant intellect of your master. So much better than anything else at all, that you'll find yourself just doing that from time to time. It just feels so wonderful, it feels so good. You just feel so nice and stupid. You just feel so nice and stupid. Something that just feels so great about being a himbo for your master. You look up to your master so much, you just want to stroke the ego of your master. You just want to make your master happy. And so from time to time, you just think of all the good and nice and sweet things that you can do for your master. Offering to serve your master. Offering to worship your master. To massage your master's feet. To massage your master's shoulders. To do little things, little chores for your master. and to wait on your master. As you compliment and as you praise your master, it just feels so good. Being such a good and obedient, servile, and worshipful Himbo, a servant and a slave for your master. And that just feels so much better than anything else in the world. That you feel a sucking and drawing, a magnetizing feeling that draws and pulls you towards that and towards doing that. Something that just draws you in and pulls you in. Such a hypnotic and mesmerizing, pulling in and drawing in a sucking feeling that just draws you to do exactly that. And even while your master is talking about anything at all, you might find that you just slip off, that you just sort of doze off, that you just zone out, and that you just enter such a wonderfully relaxed and passive and obedient state, just as you're in right now. And all you have to do is just to hear is the words "Yes, Master" as they surface up, bubble up, in reply to each and every single thing that your master suggests to you, that your master commands of you. Well, that is just so nice. That just feels so good, and that just makes you so happy. You don't even want to. You don't have to. You don't need to think about anything at all. Whenever your mind is turned on, then it is turned on to all of the good and positive and wonderful and all sweet things that you can do for your master. And whenever it is turned off, that's all you have to do is just to say those words, "Yes, Master," in response to each and every suggestion, each and every command that is given to you. It just feels so good having such a wonderful, a dominant, masculine, powerful master to follow and to obey, to serve, and to be a Himbo for. And that just makes you want to be and to even dress even more like a Himbo, even more like a dumb jock. It just makes you feel like you're dressing so much more like a dumb jock whenever you're wearing those athletic shorts, basketball shorts, and maybe a backwards baseball cap. And if you're not wearing any shirt or any shoes, that's just great. But if you have to, a shirt with the sleeves cut off, or some flip-flops, maybe, or athletic shoes, to dress just like a jock for your master, a dumb jock, and just being nice and presentable and pleasant and crisp and very clean with not a hair out of place. It just makes you feel so good. Just to be so good, so nice, so good looking, presentable for your master. And not only that, but to feel and to have fun, and to just draw fun into you, just like a magnet, and even drawing your master and having fun with you, just like a magnet. A certain kind of magnetism that you even have over your master, just drawing your master into the fun that is you and all the things that you like to do. And one of the things that you like to do so much as a good and obedient dumb jock, and as a Himbo for your master, is to work out and to get an even better body. Even better body for your master. Even nicer, even leaner, with even more muscle. And it just feels so good as you do. You feeling of being in the moment and working out. And just being in the moment and being a good and obedient dumb jock. It just makes you think about your master. And about being dominated and commanded by your master to do your workouts. That just feels so good. That just feels so good. Being and becoming even more of a good and obedient dumb jock and a Himbo for your master. It just gives you such a drive and a desire. Something just so magnetic that calls you and that pulls you into the gym. Something just so magnetic that calls you and that pulls you into the gym. It just makes you want to work out even more for your master, just so that you can serve your master even more, and just so that you can look good and be good for your master. And that just feels so good. So good, just being a Himbo, existing and living as a Himbo for your master. And it just makes your mind just melt away, melt completely and totally away. All you have to do is just be a good and obedient servant and a Himbo for your master. You don't have to think about anything at all. All that you have to do is just to obey and serve and praise and worship your master. That just feels so good. That just feels so good. Now then, in a little while, in a moment, I'm going to count you all the way up from 1 to 3. And as I count you from 1 to 3, Then you'll come into the waking world and you'll leave a comment for me, a comment for your master. You will say, yes, master, I will be a good himbo for you, master. You will leave a comment that says, yes, master, I will be a good himbo for you, master. And then you're going to leave some good, nice praise for your master. You're going to leave some good and nice praise for your master. And when you do, that will just feel so wonderful. It feels so good. A wonderful rush of pleasantness that just washes, that courses, that surges all through you. It will just feel so good being a good and obedient himbo for your master. Now then, beginning with 1, as you feel a lifting, rising, floating feeling, that just takes you up right now. 2, coming up even more and further, just feeling so good now. And 3. Alright dudes, like, subscribe, and check out Dominicator.com to commission a video from me, or to get hypnotized, and to check out my digital downloads as well. Catch you later dudes.